In a peaceful neighborhood in Seattle, a 58-year-old carpenter named Henry had spent nearly 4 decades perfecting his craft. Known for his meticulous attention to detail and unwavering passion, Henry's hands had shaped countless homes that stood as enduring testaments to his dedication. For Henry, carpentry wasn't just a job, it was a calling. But over the years, the weight of his tools and the long labor-intensive days began to take their toll. He yearned for the simplicity of retirement, for lazy afternoons with his grandchildren, and the joy of a slower pace of life. One crisp morning, after much reflection, Henry made his decision. Gathering his courage, he walked into the office of Mr. Carter, the contractor he had loyally worked with for decades. Mr. Carter, a seasoned professional himself, looked up from his desk as Henry entered. "Mr. Carter," Henry began, his voice steady but tinged with emotion, "it's been an honor building homes with you, but I think it's time for me to retire. I've given my best years to this craft, and now I want to spend time with my family." Mr. Carter leaned back in his chair, his expression thoughtful. "Are you sure, Henry? You've been one of the best. Losing you will be a blow to this company, but if it's what you want, I'll respect your decision." Henry nodded firmly. "Thank you, sir. I've loved working here, but it's time for me to move on." After a pause, Mr. Carter said, "I have one last request before you go. Could you build one final house for me? Just this one. And after that, you're free to retire." Henry hesitated. He had already pictured himself free of deadlines and sawdust-covered boots, but his deep respect for Mr. Carter made it hard to refuse. Reluctantly, he agreed. "All right," he said with a sigh. "One last house." From the very beginning, though, Henry's heart wasn't in it. The passion and precision that had defined his work for decades were absent. He used cheaper materials, cut corners, and overlooked minor flaws he would have previously addressed. He didn't supervise the workers as closely as he used to, and his once famous attention to detail faltered. The house was completed in record time, but it was a shadow of Henry's usual work. The walls lacked the sturdy craftsmanship he was known for, and the finishes were rushed and uneven. Still, Henry handed over the keys to Mr. Carter with a sense of relief. "Here's the last house, Attas," he said, eager to leave. "Now, may I officially retire?" Mr. Carter smiled warmly and stood. "Thank you, Henry, but before you go, I have something for you." Reaching into his desk drawer, he pulled out a small velvet box containing a key. Handing it to Henry, he said, "This is for you. The house you just built is my gift to you for all your years of service." Henry froze, the words echoing in his mind. His eyes widened as the weight of the situation sank in. The house he had hastily thrown together, the one he had built without care or pride, was now his home. His heart sank as he imagined the corners he had cut and the details he had ignored. "If only I had known this house was for me," Henry thought, overwhelmed with regret. "I would have built it with the same love and dedication I always gave to others' homes." This story serves as a powerful reminder that whether we realize it or not, every action we take is shaping the life we'll eventually live. Like Henry, we are all building our houses every day, our relationships, careers, health, and future. The care and effort we put into these endeavors determine the quality of the life we create for ourselves. Too often, people recognize the value of their work or choices only in hindsight. Students might regret not studying harder. Professionals may wish they had given more effort early in their careers. And individuals often look back and wish they had nurtured their relationships with more care and attention. And the lesson is clear: treat every moment and task as if the results will directly impact your future, because they will. The house you're building today is the one you'll live in tomorrow. Dedication, effort, and pride in your work are never wasted. Henry's story also teaches us about mindfulness and intentionality. Whether we're aware of it or not, the choices we make today, big or small, shape the foundation of our lives. Let's ensure we build something strong, lasting, and worthy of pride. If you find this story interesting and learn a lesson that helps improve your life, please like and leave your comments below. We would love to hear your story.